Hey, what is going on, all my broskies? How you guys doing today? My name is the Bro Man, and as you guys could probably tell by the title, you're in for an interesting story today. And in case you can't read the English language, I'll be telling you guys the story of my first time getting a blowjob today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Anyways, guys, this story happened. Can't remember exactly how long ago, but it did in fact happen in the past. And it was with my ex-girlfriend. She's not my girlfriend anymore, but at the time she was. And basically, this was an interesting day to say the least. So I was sitting at my house, and she was sitting at her house, and she decided to call me and let me know that I could go over to her house that day. And an awesome thing about that was that her parents were gonna actually let me stay alone in the house with her while they went out to dinner. And I was pretty pumped. I was like, are you serious? Like, if you're a teenage boy and you hear the opportunity to be alone in a house with a girl, you will literally do anything to get over to that house. So basically, I got over to her house and everything was going great, you know. Said hi to her parents and stuff, and then they went out to dinner. And I was like, here we go, time to roll, I guess you could say. So basically, as her parents were walking out the door, something terrible happened. Well, it wasn't that terrible. But this guy walks in the house as they're walking out, and I'm like, what the hell, what's going on here? It was some old guy. I'm like, what is going on? Who is this dude? What the hell is happening? And this old guy was actually their roommate that lived in their basement. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, hopefully this guy just stays in their basement and doesn't like disturb us or anything. Maybe we can go upstairs. But no, we just decided to sit in the living room and make out there instead, because who doesn't prefer that over a bed or anything, you know what I mean? So anyways, we're sitting there making out on the couch, and you know, things are starting to get a little more intense, starts to pick up a little bit, and this guy walks right across, like this old man comes out of the basement, and the basement actually opens right into the living room. So he opens the door, walks across the living room all the way to the patio, and we're like, oh shit. Well, maybe she wasn't like that, but I was like, oh fuck, this is not good, this is awkward as hell. And she's like, don't worry, he's not my dad, he's not gonna like do anything. I'm like, oh, well, it's still a little bit awkward. I mean, I don't think any of you guys would enjoy an old man walking through a room while you're making out with a girl. And yeah, he just didn't look at us at all or anything, so it made it even more awkward. And I'm like, let's just wait till he goes back into the basement. So about 15 minutes later, he walks through the room and back into the basement, and I'm like, okay, maybe we can go upstairs or something, but we couldn't, because maybe he would have heard the stairs while we're walking up them and understood that maybe we were gonna do something, and that wouldn't have gone down too well if he like told her parents or anything. But she wasn't too worried about him telling her parents, but you know, it doesn't really matter because we just stayed on the couch anyway, because YOLO, right? So we're on the couch, start picking it up again, and then she asks me the question, do you want a blowjob? And basically, this was a very paradoxical thing for me, because I was like, listen, if this guy walks upstairs while I'm getting a blowjob on this couch, I'm gonna be in shit from your parents most likely, and so are you. But if I say no, I'm not getting a freaking blowjob or anything. But basically, I really wanted to get it anyway, so I said yes. The thing I was just most worried about was this old man walking in while I was freaking giving Miss Palm and her 5 sisters a ride on the meat train, if you know what I'm saying. So anyways, she starts, you know, telling me there's different places we can go in the house, but we just can't go upstairs. And we end up deciding to go right in front of her front door, like literally the opening where her front door leads into her kitchen. We're standing there, and she's like there. And it was actually pretty well covered and stuff, but I was still nervous as hell. Like, if this guy walked upstairs and heard like noises, he would obviously understand that something is going down. So I'm like, okay, you know what, we'll just give it a go. And I was pretty nervous. And if you guys know what the disorder hypoglycemia is, it's actually something that I have where you have low blood sugar, and one of its side effects is when you're nervous, you actually tremble more than a normal nervous person, because I know a lot of people, like when they're nervous, they tremble anyways, but I tremble a bit more. It's not like I'm doing the freaking like worm seizure thing or something. I just tremble a bit more. But I had to crouch down on a hardwood floor a little bit, like I had to slouch. It was like really, I had to have really bad like posture, because you know, she was on her knees and stuff, so I had to like make sure she was at the right height and stuff. So I was trembling out of nervousness, and I was also trembling because my freaking leg muscles were like, what the hell is this pose? What are we doing? This is not a human pose to be making. So basically, she starts, you know, going at it and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is the sickest thing that's ever happened to me. And then, of course, the old guy opens the door, but luckily there was like something blocking the sight, so he couldn't actually see us. And she ends up like being like, oh, and I freaking like pull my pants up immediately and like hide in the closet. I'm like, oh shit, what if he sees us? And she's like, don't worry about it, he's not gonna see us. But I was like, fuck this, we're not doing this now, this is not the time to do it. So I didn't even get like the chance to actually finish my first time actually receiving a blowjob, you know. I didn't get to finish, it kind of sucked. But, you know, I can't take back what happened now. It's happened, and that was my first one. Guys, I highly recommend you go into the freaking kitchen with your girlfriend or just whoever and stand on there and slouch and just feel the pain of that my legs were feeling. And also have somebody like walking around the house so you can kind of experience like, oh no, this guy could walk in at any time. So it was kind of a really weird feeling. I mean, it was not the best first time, but you know, what are you gonna do? That's what happens when you're being naughty. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. I'd really appreciate the support on this video. So anyways, guys, talk to you later in my next video. Have a great day, everybody, and peace out.